Retirement isn't just about stepping away from work. You're essentially stepping into a whole new chapter in your life. And where you choose to spend that chapter is going to make all the difference in the world. So as we age, our priorities will drastically change. Things like affordable healthcare and manageable living costs and a community that actually fits our lifestyle is going to be at the top of our priority list. And that's why not every state is ideal for retirees. Now, a place that worked perfectly during your working years might not be the best fit when you retire. And that's why I'm making this video. We're diving into the top 5 worst states for retirement. Now, these places might not meet the needs of retirees due to the high costs, the poor healthcare access, or lack of other things that are going to be super important and impact your quality of life. So give me a thumbs up if you're good with that. Now here we go in descending order. Number 5, New York. Now housing in the entire state is one of the most significant expenses, especially in New York City. Oh, and if you're thinking no, because renting is not going to be any better here, guys, the average rent for a 1-bedroom apartment exceeds $3,500 per month in the city. So even if you live outside the city, housing expenses across the entire state are much higher than the national average. And it's not just housing that's expensive. It's day-to-day costs like groceries and utilities that are also increasing. Now, New York is one of the 10 most expensive states in the US, where even groceries cost about 25% higher than the national average. And energy bills are also among the highest in the country. Now, the state's climate is another factor that you need to really weigh because winters in New York, especially in the upstate, can be harsh with heavy snow and freezing temperatures. So if you think about it, as you retire, as you age, you may want to live in a place that has a more balanced weather and climate. Next up on our list is number 4, California. Now, California is beautiful and it has excellent year-round weather, but the main problem is its high cost of living. So when you retire, your income, it's usually coming from sources like savings or Social Security or some fixed income. Now, this is why you want to live somewhere that won't drain your budget. And in California, high property prices, along with everyday expenses, make it hard to stabilize your finances. It's not just about cutting costs, it's about ensuring your money lasts throughout retirement. For example, the median home price in the state is around $750,000, and that's about double the national average. And in popular areas like San Francisco or Los Angeles, that figure surpasses $1 million. Another major drawback is the California tax structure. Now, even retirees who get monies from pensions, 401ks, IRAs, they must pay these taxes. Although the state doesn't tax Social Security, taxes are very high when you compare it to states like Florida or Texas or South Carolina, where taxes are much lower. Now, with that being said, California isn't a bad option for everybody, because if you have a high income in retirement, you don't need to worry about costs, right? You can enjoy that great weather, the scenery, and the amenities. But for most retirees, it's not the best place to settle down. Number 3, New Jersey. Now, New Jersey is known for its high property taxes, and the state has one of the highest property tax rates in the country. It averages 2.21%. Now, I just want you to put that in perspective. If you own a home that's worth $400,000, you're likely to pay over $8,800 annually on property taxes alone. That's just property taxes. So this is going to be an extra burden if you're living on a fixed income. Now, states like South Carolina have significantly lower property taxes. So New Jersey also has a relatively high income tax and a high sales tax. So retirement income from sources like pensions and 401ks, they're only partially exempt from state taxes. And these exemptions will completely phase out entirely if you're in a higher tax bracket. This is why New Jersey is one of the least tax-friendly states in which to retire. Now, while it is nice that New Jersey is located close to big cities like New York or Philadelphia, but for many retirees, this high cost of living and taxes just doesn't make it worth it, especially if you don't go to the cities very often. However, New Jersey's high costs make it a bad choice for most retirees who want their money to last. Number 2 is Illinois. Now, Illinois might not be the first state that comes to mind when you're thinking about retirement, right? But there are several reasons why I say this is one of the worst for retirees. While living here is manageable compared to places like California or New York, but Illinois actually stands out for its high tax burden. Property taxes in particular are some of the highest in the nation, averaging 2.27%, and that's even higher than New Jersey. Plus, Illinois has some extra problems besides just being expensive. This state has money troubles, and it hasn't saved enough for its own retired workers' pensions. And this means essential services like healthcare and public safety could get worse in the future. And it also means taxes might increase, making it harder to plan for retirement here. Also, if you did not know this, Illinois has rough winters and there's a lot of snow and cold. especially in places like Chicago. The older we get, especially with anyone with a mobility issue or trouble moving around or having health problems, this can be a real problem in the cold. And that's why many older people hibernate during the winter months, and they just don't go out in the snow and ice because it can be dangerous, and it costs a lot more to heat your home in the winter. So if you want an easy and comfortable lifestyle in retirement, Illinois may not be the best option. And then there's number 1, Hawaii. Look, I know many people see Hawaii as their dream retirement state, right? But just like the other 4 states on this list, Hawaii's high cost of living is just one of the biggest challenges. Everything from housing to groceries comes with a premium price tag. But that's not the main problem. Hawaii is far from being perfect because it's an island state, and being more than 2,000 miles away from the mainland means limited access to specific resources. For example, if you need special medical care and you have to go to Oahu, meaning people on the other islands must travel. And these flights can actually cost a lot of money annually if you got to go often, right? Even buying regular groceries is more complicated because there are some things that are shipped from the mainland, and it makes it more expensive and gives you fewer choices. Now, this can make people feel even more isolated. Hawaii is beautiful, but being so far away from everything, it does have its consequences. So you have to weigh the pros and the cons based on your preferences and deciding whether to retire there and how much money you actually have. Now, just remember, if you're considering locating anywhere in the United States, my team has helped thousands and thousands of people. No matter where you're living and where you're going, we can hook you up with your local real estate expert so that you can avoid the pitfalls that are costly and find your hidden gem. Just pick up the phone, give us a call at 843-839-9870. Now, just remember that retirement is one of the most important phases in your life. So where you choose to spend it can shape your overall happiness and your financial well-being. Life does not get easier as we age, guys. So we need to find our best retirement when we're mobile and when we can make good decisions. And because there's many great options that are out there. So if you want to know where the best states to retire are in 2025, I've already covered that in a separate video, and make sure you check it out. I'm going to drop it in the link below. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe and go ahead and hit that bell for notifications so you're going to get this up-to-date information when it does come out. I'm Jerry with Jerry Pincus Real Estate Experts. If you're thinking about buying or selling property in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, or anywhere in the United States, we're here to help you. You have questions, we have answers. So until next time, stay happy, stay educated, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care, guys.